God and the universe are giving you plenty of motivation. Your mediocrity should be motivating you. The fact your life is so brutally close to average. You couldn't tell me one interesting story. The best day of your life is my average fucking Tuesday. You're struggling to pay the bills. I buy cars weekly. There's people out here with $100,000 to spend on dinner, and you're struggling to pay your bills, and you're not motivated? You want me to come along and convince you to try?
There are duties that men must fulfill, whether to God or to your bloodline. Your own father's ashamed of you, and you don't even feel fucking motivated to do shit. If you were to go and look your father in the eye and said, you know what, I could have been a UFC champion, I could have been a multimillionaire, I could have been a race car driver, I could have been a nuclear physicist, could have done all these things, but I was busy on Pornhub. You think he's gonna be proud of you? As good as I am, I still push myself to the limit every single fucking day. I have every single thing a man could possibly want. I'm still pushing myself. But you need to be instilled with a sense of duty to your bloodline. You must want it. You need to want it deep inside your soul. I can't die as anything less than emperor.
Imagine I forced you. Imagine you're in bed and Top G walks into your room, grabs you by your hair, looks you dead in the eye, and tells you you're a fucking failure. You can do it. You just need someone to make you do it. And I'm not going to fly around the world grabbing you all by your hair. The average man in the world today, what he does is he starts something and then he stops when it's hard. So he's like a little girl. So instead, you have to be a man. And when a man says he's going to do something, he does it even if it's hard.
The problem with the world today is that it's too easy, it's too soft, and you can survive as a soft being. You may survive, but you will not be happy. True happiness to man comes from strength. You're only going to have strength if you've been tested. Life is not always about winning and losing as a man. As a man, sometimes life is about simply fighting anyway, standing up and doing what you're supposed to do, even if you know there is no chance of victory. That's what true manhood is. It's easy to be brave when you have hope. When you have no hope at all, that's where true bravery is shown.
Also, if you meet somebody who's had a hard life, they seem to be pretty wise. When you speak to these liberals or these morons, they've had very easy, soft lives. So I think humans are supposed to struggle a bit. It's the age-old adage. I know it's overused, but hard times create good men create good times, and the good times create a bunch of weaklings, and they mess everything up.
I was not born a kickboxing world champion. I was not born internationally renowned. I was not born with money. I was not born with enough power, but I developed them all. And I decided I wanted them, and I saw them.
I was born with a mind that is hard to occupy, and I find everything boring. I find the cinema boring, I find clubbing boring, conversations, family dinners, festivals, holidays, all the crap that everyone enjoys bores the life out of me. The only thing that keeps me mildly entertained is something which is so dangerous that I'm scared. I totally understand why people climb Mount Everest. I totally understand why people jump off tall buildings. And that's exactly the same reason I get in the ring. Because without it, I just live numb and bored all of the time.
I think all men are born with a masculine desire to conquer Earth. And I think you're only going to be happy if you're conquering. But if you're living a semi-comfortable life and your mother is nice to you and you're not under any pressure and the Matrix is telling you it's fine to just be average, well, then you're going to be sitting there being average. I was never comforted. I was never given an easy life. I never had anyone in my life who was saying, don't worry, Andrew, it's okay. I was told the opposite all the time. And I think that every man at home watching this, if they don't have the things they want in life, should feel a degree of resentment towards themselves or disappointment, understanding that they have the same desire and drive that I have. They just allowed themselves to be psyoped out of it. They've allowed the Matrix or whoever to convince them it's okay to not be the man they could be. And I never allowed anybody to do that to me. And there's a lot of men out there, especially in the world today, who only want to do things because they feel a certain way, not understanding that doesn't make them competitive. And I think that the correct mental model for men to have is a degree of stoicism and not to be too concerned with even how they feel. And the masculine world is hyper-competitive. It's hyper-competitive. So if you're competing against every other man for every dollar you make, every girl you see, the house you live in, the car you drive, the life you live, you're not going to be able to compete with the person who performs regardless of how they feel if you only compete when you feel like competing. Like I said, I am glad for everything that happened to me. I wouldn't change a thing. The reason I talk about these things is not to tell people I've had a hard life. It's to make it clear to people who are complaining about their own lives that the bad things that are happening to you are what you need to become the man that you want to be. How else are you going to become important? How else are you going to find endless fire to get up and struggle in the face of the competition that's out here in the world? You're going to do all that with a nice, cushy life? Think about the biggest transformative stages in your life. Think about the times you got the most work done. You were heartbroken, or, you lost a house, or broke, or whatever, that's when you did shit. When everything was fine, it's kind of doop-de-doop-de-doo, do a little bit of work, do a little bit of relax. But the big events come from trauma. It's a cheat code to climb the mountain. So when I get a message from whoever and he goes, my wife left me, I'm devastated. I say, I understand. And we've all been there as men. You better hit the gym. You have nothing else to do. Stop watching YouTube. Stop emailing me. I want pictures of you in the gym. Get to fucking work. Heartbreak's a fantastic motivator, as is depression, as is sadness. Great. Look at what's pissing you off and make sure it never happens again. If you were jacked and rich as fuck, she probably wouldn't have left your ass.
Anger is the most powerful force on planet Earth. If you're poor, get angry. If your woman left, get angry. Don't get angry at her for leaving. Get angry at yourself for being left. Don't get angry at the world you're poor. Get angry at yourself because you can't afford all the things you want. Anger is the correct response to any emotion.
Trauma is such an important part of being a man. And the Matrix talks of trying to say that trauma is terrible and avoid trauma, or if you get trauma, take a pill, and that's unrealistic. Trauma is going to happen to you, and you as a man need to internalize it, accept it, and weaponize it, and become the best version of yourself you can be. And that requires mental strength and stoicism.
God gave you all of these difficult situations so that you could challenge yourself and you could find the best way to navigate them and stay sane. That is why God gave them to you, so that you can become a better version of yourself. And instead of learning lessons, instead of being thankful to God for the difficult things He's put you through, you instead go and cry to some human, complaining about how something happened 21 years ago. And they don't try and make you feel better about what happened. They try and just justify your terrible reaction to said events, because there's only one human emotion that should come from negative scenario, which is anger. I don't need therapy. I self-therapize. And I self-therapize with anger because anger makes me brave. And my bravery has allowed me to grab demons by the neck. People say to me, oh, I have anxiety. And they talk about it like it's a bad thing. You have anxiety over stupid shit. Keep your anxiety demon, and now have anxiety that you're not rich. Get to the point where you can't sit still and watch Netflix and eat ice cream because you are too anxious about the fact that you don't have $100 million. Oh, I have depression. Fantastic, I'm glad you have depression, because you won't feel depressed on a yacht with 20 supermodels, 300 million in the bank, and a Bugatti waiting for you in the marina. So it's a good thing you have depression because you don't have those things, and now you have to get them to feel better, so get to work. I have OCD. You have OCD over dumb shit like arranging your Star Wars figurines. You should have OCD about getting your life in order, about being in the gym on time, about training harder than everyone around you. You don't have to get rid of these conditions. I publicly state that I have anxiety. I have governments trying to kill me, getting thrown in and out of jail at random, all of my assets seized, 9 baby mamas, my Jesco's broken. I have anxiety, but I use my anxiety so that I wake up at 6:15 a.m., instantly enraged, getting to work so I win. You have dulled your sword, so you have nothing to threaten the demons with, because you're too busy sitting around in therapy like a little girl. I have depression. I have OCD. I have all of it. These demons work for me. That is how I've conquered the world. You need to get these demons in check. They are your weapons against mediocrity.
Life is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to think this is terrible and smile through the pain regardless. Discipline is the key to success in all realms as a man. And if you lack it, you stand no chance.
The primary objective of financial freedom isn't Lambos and yachts and these things. It's to not have constant anxiety, stress, and worry and complaints about health, or your mother needs you, or your car breaking down. It's just knowing that all of life's little problems can be fixed because you have money, because you can pay someone else to fix them. To achieve this dream, men in the 1800s would get into wagons and cross the uninhabited terrain, risk murder, risk malaria, and if they made it alive, they'd buy a shovel and stand in the desert heat all day long, digging in the sand for little pieces of gold. People lost their lives for a chance at financial freedom. And nowadays you say to someone, you haven't got to do that. You don't have to take a 6-week journey across unexplored terrain and risk your life. You haven't got to do that. You know what you have to do? You have to type on a keyboard. Yeah, later. You deserve to lose. I don't feel sorry for you at all, because when I had nothing, I'd do anything it took. As a man with enough money to never work again for the rest of his life, I'm spending my days consciously searching and actively planning and trying to identify trends and new ways to make money and new patterns to make sure that I'm not caught last when things do finally shift or change. But a brokey with no money at all doesn't bother. What is wrong with you where you cannot type on a keyboard to achieve all of your dreams? What is wrong with you where you cannot go to the gym and lift enough weights to be self-confident enough to get any woman that you desire? Do you want to lose? There's not a lack of motivation. It's you who have a personality fault. There is something wrong with you that is preventing you from being the man that you could be.
A lot of you have been sabotaged internally by your own mind. Your own psyche is working against you.
Watch your friends when they're on TikTok. How long can they even focus on a video before they have to change? Half a second? All of your minds are broken. You can't even focus on anything anymore, to the point where you can't even appreciate the good things in your life.
If you listen and look back on most of your failures, you're going to see that it was your own mind that betrayed you. And I want you to actually think about it. How many times have you doubted yourself? Didn't feel like doing something you knew you were supposed to do? How many times has your mind tricked you into procrastination or being lazy? How many times have you betrayed yourself? It wasn't your enemies that tricked you. It wasn't your enemies that outmaneuvered you or outsmarted you. You were simply self-betraying. And the only thing stopping you from dedicating yourself, from being a multi-millionaire, from being monumentally successful is the fact that you say you lack motivation. You are being betrayed by your own brain.
You are born to lose, sir. All of your ancestors who fought saber-toothed tigers should have just laid down and died. The last thing you should lack in the mess of the world today is motivation, because you are running out of time. Maybe government will save me. Maybe if I vote for the liberals, they'll give me money. Slave minds, clowns. And the Matrix is very good at this. It dangles a carrot. Get a good degree, then you'll be rich. Pay off your mortgage, you'll be rich. Just pay off your student loan. Don't worry, just keep working. The carrot's coming. You'll get it one day. Next time you see a rich guy, go up to him and say, how'd you get rich? I've never heard anyone say university. But there's still people who think they have 5 years to waste. And they're gonna sit there and do what? Read a book? Go party? You're 22 at the height of your capabilities, the height of your energy. It is Friday. Are you making money? What are you doing? I really want to see this band. I guess you just deserve to lose, friend. Do you ever wake up and think, I don't need any more money, but there's fuck all else to do? So I wake up and go, if I never worked again, I could spend $422,000 a day for the rest of my life. Let me try and chill out today. And within 22 minutes, I'm back on my laptop working. There's nothing else to do. I can't stop myself working as a person who doesn't need money. And then there's people with no money who don't work. Losers do a little bit of work and rest. Winners work as hard as possible and worry they're not working hard enough. And it's almost like you can't save these people. I don't have motivation. You're a loser. You're not gonna always feel like doing it. You have to do it anyway because it's your duty to do it because you don't want to be a fucking loser.
I really believe the universe will give anyone anything they want if they actually fucking want it.
I've seen people make excuses for why they'll never have it and not get it, but I've never seen anybody who just wakes up, shuts up, works, and not get it. I did it. I didn't have food, and I was a world champion. How did you fail so massively? How can you lack motivation? How can an antelope in the jaws of a tiger say, I lack motivation? Bro, they're ripping out your throat in real time. You're bleeding out. Fight. Fight back. I don't feel motivated. You have to do it anyway because it's your duty to do it because you don't want to be a fucking loser. If you felt like doing it all the time, then there would be no magic to it. The magic is that you do it regardless of how you feel.
Easy roads create average people. Legends are forged on the hard path. The uncomfortable one, the lonely one, the painful one. If it takes sweat, sacrifice, sleepless nights, tough conversations, rebuilding yourself, starting from zero, or shutting the world out, you do it anyway, whatever it takes. No negotiation, no excuses, no weak exits. You choose the hard way not because it's simple, but because that's the only way real winners are built. The mark you leave on this world will be carved by the battles you didn't run from. Do it the hard way. Do it with fire in your chest. Do it until the job is done.